All right, soldier, attention. Today, we are going to confront a formidable enemy in your ongoing battle for Japanese fluency.
So listen up. Our target today is the causative sentence. That's right, saseru. It looks simple, doesn't it? But don't be fooled. This is the wall where countless promising learners have seen their progress grind to a halt. And you want to know why? It's because you're being ambushed by way too many rules all at once.
To dominate this enemy, we must first analyze it. Know your enemy. Let's break down exactly why this form is so difficult.
To achieve victory, you have to master 4 different elements, and you have to do it simultaneously. Conjugation, verb types, sentence structure, and particles. You're trying to juggle all of these things in your head at the same time, and that right there is why this is so tough.
Come on, it's not like you're Prince Shotoku who could supposedly listen to 10 people talk at once. So of course you're going to panic when you're told to process all of this in a split second. It's only natural.
But rest assured, I am with you. I will guide you through this. Now, let's correct a common misunderstanding right off the bat. The difference between intransitive and transitive verbs isn't just about what particles you use. No, it's about how the entire structure of the sentence changes. Burn that into your mind.
Okay, next phase. We are going to shatter a very dangerous illusion that too many of you are hiding behind, the myth of natural learning.
The passive and causative forms are absolutely critical, and they are not easy. So I want you to throw away that naive, lazy idea that you'll just pick them up by living in Japan. You will not acquire this grammar without deliberate, focused study. Period.
And why's that? The reason is painfully simple. It's because in your day-to-day conversations, you can actually get by without ever using these forms. You can run and you can hide. For instance, instead of saying, the teacher made me study grammar, you can just say, well, because the teacher said so, I studied grammar. See, the meaning gets across. But just because there's an escape route, don't you dare take the easy way out. That's how you stay weak.
And even if you can avoid using this grammar, there's a fatal problem you can't ignore. Native Japanese speakers use it all the time, constantly.
From casual conversation to the workplace, from the news to the JLPT, the passive and causative will confront you. If you can't understand them, your progress stops dead in its tracks. They are traps waiting for you in exams, and even if you never use them yourself, they will appear. There is no escape.
Now, we've arrived at the most important point of this entire briefing. With passive and causative forms, if you do not understand the structure, you will have absolutely no idea who did what. It's not enough to just know what the verb means. That's useless information without the structure.
You see, knowing the verb to study is pointless if you can't tell who's actually doing the studying. Saseteiru means you are making someone else act. Saserareteiru means you are being forced to act. If you get this wrong, you might think you're a king giving orders, when in reality, you're the slave taking them. The entire meaning collapses. But don't be afraid. You will master this. Follow me.
Let's analyze a concrete example. You need to understand that humans are creatures who read sentences based on their own arbitrary assumptions, and this is a deadly trap.
For instance, you have this image in your head, don't you? Teacher equals a person who teaches. It seems logical enough.
Now, with that assumption locked in your mind, you read the following sentence. Sensei ni shikkari benkyou saseta. A lot of foolish, untrained learners will immediately misunderstand this. They'll think it means the teacher taught someone.
Wrong. Utterly wrong. The sentence structure is crystal clear. The one who studied was the teacher. Someone made the teacher study. The structure, not your flimsy assumption, tells you who performed the action. Never judge by images alone. For all you know, that poor teacher is being forced to study calculus in tears.
Let's do another one, a passive example. People have this image hardwired into their brains. The person who does housework equals mother. And with that image clouding their judgment, they read this sentence, Haha no yuhan wa ane ni tsukurareta. And again, so many people will jump to the wrong conclusion and assume this means mother made dinner.
A clear and obvious error. The one who actually made the dinner was the older brother. The passive phrase nitsukurareta proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. If you read based on assumptions, you will always be defeated. You must read based on structure. Without it, memorizing vocabulary is pointless. You will never win.
So, how do we achieve victory? Simple. We confirm the minimum required structure every single time. We dominate the sentence with structure.
Here is your basic formula for the causative. A wa B ni o saseru. Let's break it down. A is the instigator, the one giving the order. B is the actor, the one carrying out the order. And C is the action itself. The most critical point, the one you cannot forget, is that B is the one who actually does the work.
Now for the particles. For intransitive verbs, the actor, person B, is marked by O. For transitive verbs, the actor is marked by ni. Now listen to me. Do not just memorize this rule. Understand the logical structure behind it. Even a monkey can memorize patterns. You are a human with intellect. Use it.
And finally, your mission. This is the bare minimum that you absolutely must do to achieve mastery. You must be able to recall the passive and causative conjugations instantly, without even thinking. This is not about understanding, this is about training. These are your battlefield drills. It has to become muscle memory.
All right, let's summarize the intelligence report. 1. Causative and passive are not learned naturally. 2. You can avoid them in daily conversation, but in the real world they are used. 3. They appear frequently on the JLPT. 4. If you don't understand the structure, you won't know who did what. And 5. Vocabulary alone is not enough to deal with them.
And one last thing. You, who have listened this far, you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, I get it now. Let me tell you something. That feeling is nothing but an illusion. Humans are creatures who are absolutely guaranteed to forget something they've only understood once.
Therefore, here are your orders, effective immediately. 1. Review everything we've just covered, now. 2. Open your workbook and do the problems. 3. Do it again tomorrow. 4. And do it again the day after that.
Repeat this entire process a minimum of 6 times. Mastery is not about how many times you understand something. It's about how many times you can reproduce it. If you can't do it on command, under pressure, then you don't know it yet. You will do it until you can.
I have been harsh today. I have been harsh because I believe you can do this. This will be a grueling battle, but do not give up. Now hold your head high and proceed to your training. I wish you good luck in the fight. Dismissed!